music, to me, is like a separate emotion. You can speak to people that don't speak the same language. Someone can find out about you from places you've probably never been, and you can actually touch somebody with your music. It's like a superpower for me. I can't think of anything else that's as universal as music. Imagine a world without it. That would be weird. I've been around music all my life. My parents were both musicians. My dad worked with a lot of Haitian bands and artists back in the day. He had all the instruments. My school was at home musically. Every day when I get home from school, I'd do something musical. It kind of started with jazz or smooth jazz or whatever my mom and dad were creating at the time. Music was just like the ongoing thing in my life that just never left me. I feel like as a human being, you have to learn from somebody. Anybody can pick up like an iPad now and make music. Anybody can shoot videos and, go on YouTube. But it's so important for people to understand what they're doing.
What's up, sir?
Getting a chance to sit with someone. Having someone who wants to take you under their wing is probably one of the best ways to do it.
Because you got the song in your heart, you got the beats in your spirit, you learn the treble clef line notes. Every good boy does fine, F-A-C-E.
C-E-G.
Exactly. See? Music education changed my life in every factor. Music is soul. Music is a way to express yourself. Everyone has a song. Everyone has music in them. Music enlightens people. If a song can change a life, so be it. Okay, so the chord notes here, that gets one beat, so we put one here, right? My students are really innovative and creative. New York City is the melting pot of music and great composers. We have some students who have no music background. Some come with expertise. Others have the eagerness to learn.
I want to be a rapper, probably a producer. I like using different instruments. I like to see what it turns out.
I used to play the drums. It started off with me playing instruments and singing. Then I started rapping.
I fight against the idea that because you're not classically trained, you're not musically inclined. I disagree with that. Everyone is music. I've been a teacher at Treasure Tech for about 5 years. Excellent. When I first came here, we had no music program. So we started working with a few keyboards, and then it grew into keyboard studies. We started teaching music theory, and now we're blessed with Save the Music, who gave us music technology.
The reason why music tech is so important and the J. Dilla program is so important to us is it dramatically increases the participation in music, particularly for middle school and high school students.
How many of you guys know what the role of a producer is supposed to be?
We want to partner with New York City Public Schools. We're here at a vocational technical high school, which sends students to work on the subway.
I know a lot of producers who actually don't make the beat, but they just know how to get the record delivered to the finish line from start to finish. I was thinking I could probably show y'all kind of how I even start. I got my rig up here. I have no idea what I'm gonna do yet, so we'll see.
The J. Dilla Music Tech Grant supports a lot of different things: producing, songwriting, composing, beat making, DJing, podcasting.
Right now I'm just kind of going through one of my favorite plugins to use. Has a lot of cool like synth sounds and stuff. When I got the call that Save the Music and wanted to do something with me, I definitely jumped at it. Anything to give back to music education. Why would I say no to that?
To have a scholar like D-Mal come and share with them, that's a one-lifetime event. It will forever be embedded in their minds and souls.
I was just a little kid just seeing all these toys. They were toys to me. And of course, I couldn't help myself but to jump on anything I can get on. So I started playing when I was 3. keys and bass, guitar, drums. So it's kind of inevitable for me to be in the position that I'm in.
Did you ever had a backup plan in case music didn't work out?
I didn't. It probably was a scary and dumb thing to not have a backup plan, but I just knew this is what I wanted to do. I just put all my eggs in this basket. So no, I had no backup plan. Like, I don't think I'm good at anything else. But I think the most important thing is to, if this is what you really, 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 really want, you're gonna find your way through it.
So good.
Yeah.
There's so many moments where music helps things stay ingrained in your soul and your spirit and your mind. Learning the ABCs is a song. You remember it so much easier because there's a melody to it. There's a whole spectrum of ways of learning. These keys are really the only language that everybody in the world can understand.
Yeah.
It's like you don't have to speak English or Spanish. Like if you play the keys, suddenly you can communicate with someone who speaks Portuguese because the emotion feels like a human thing. So it kind of feels like a superpower.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a language that so many people can understand. It just seems like a very obvious part of all of our lives, even if you're not pursuing it as a career choice. It's definitely there for you. I find myself just in love with it every day.
A lot of times, we both might have an idea.
There's something else in the beginning I'm wanting to take out. It's like,
Oh, is it
probably that
dum,
blue
dum,
one.
dum,
Yeah,
dum,
yeah,
dum?
yeah.
And it kind of just starts creating a world on its own already. Yeah, that.
But we can keep the reverse guitar delay, keep the main guitar.
For now, I think that's what I'm gonna want to replace. When me and Victoria work, we kind of always go in not knowing what we're gonna do. Maybe we just talk and kind of just vibe out.
I almost feel like in the verse you could strum power.
I think you should take all the drums out. You can keep the bongos in. Let's hear how it sounds like that.
Okay.
She has this thing that she does when she writes. She gets up and she kind of like paces around, up and down. That's literally like she's writing on the top of the dome. She doesn't write stuff on paper or anything. When I see her doing that, that means I know she likes it.
It's so pretty.
Music is a story. So when we sing, when we write, we're sharing a story, your story, to the world and listeners. And everyone has a different song because everyone has a different story. You're a musician.
We had a lot of demand from students and teachers for music programs that matched up with the music that students listen to. They're coming into school, their headphones on, and they're listening to hip hop all day long. So when you introduce this idea that you can make that kind of music and connect to career pathways in producing and audio engineering and beat making and DJing, that's a powerful motivator. And it attracts all those other students who never considered taking music as part of their education.
So if we clap this, it still have the same value. 1, 2, clap and count. 1, 2, clap and count.
Music just means everything to me, and I hope it feels the same way for all of you guys.
Look at our second example here. We have, what type of note this now?
It's cool. Yeah, it's dope.
Music tech is a very new idea in music education. We want to partner with people in these communities, invest in New York City schools, and use that to power the whole music ecosystem.
That's why I think music education should be about introducing you, exposing you to the different music genres, and then let you decide what you like. Because I feel in each of you, there's a different kind of composer. And you might hear something and say, I actually like that.
Music is like an escape. If I'm ever going through something, I could just like listen to music and like take some stuff off my mind. And like it's also a way to cope.
It depends like how it's looking outside. Like if it's dark and gloomy or something, I'll listen to some dark and gloomy music or whatever.
Like, it comes together to tell a story, and somebody else can really like listen to that and be like, yeah, I'm going through the same things and connect.
It's fun to start making beats, and you can use different instruments and you see how it comes together.
Whatever's going on in my life, I always do have music to get my mind off of certain things. That's kind of my getaway. I was thinking about doing something like this, breaking it down like that. The right things kind of just led me here. But it's not really about where you are, it's where you're from and carrying that with you wherever you are.
But I'm in Hollywood, dreaming bigger than I ever should. Oh my God, you know that one song that goes like, ooh, you have your bucket list here, like, dreaming bigger than I ever should.
When I took the oath to become teacher, I vowed to do the best I can to motivate students, teach them skills, and whatever you do, I want you to do it with purpose and love what you're doing.
My hope is that they're able to use the arts to identify and get to know their own inner voice. If you have a relationship with your own inner voice, you have a very solid foundation in being able to navigate this thing called life. The arts speak to the spirit in a way that's just different. If you put arts in the core of a school's instructional vision, it will really drive all of the other kinds of things that students need to accomplish in school. If you believe in yourself, you could get a lot done. And the arts help do that like nothing else.
What do you live for? What are you here for? What do you breathe for? What do you stand for?
Never forget that little kid inside that had a curiosity. As long as you know what you want to do, don't let anything stop you.
How could you give more? How could you love more? What do you live for?